Yo, hip hop heist, man. What up? We back at it with another reaction, man. It looks like Ebro and Rosenberg have crashed out on Drake and DJ Akademiks, and Funk Flex takes their job. Oh man, the rabbit hole gets deeper. Let's take a look though, man. Shout out Chick Smooth with the article. Go follow him. He really up there with it. We appreciate him bringing us this article that we can react to. This is Hip Hop Heist TV, man. Hit that like and subscribe for me if you want to support more. We got a channel store tab, and on that store tab, we got a sticker. It's our signature Hip Hop Heist first sticker, $5.55 if you want to go cop that. Man, that really helps us bring you more of this content, you feel me? So appreciate everybody that's been tuned in, and we got a lot of new viewers the last couple months, so I just want to take time and let y'all know that we appreciate you here at Hip Hop Heist TV, man. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe. Let's get right into this, man. So it looks like Ebro and Rosenberg, they got fired with Laura Styles right before Christmas time, and you know that's never easy for anybody to get fired. I'm sure their finances is not really, a question right at that point. But anytime you get fired before Christmas, it's just like, come on. In my mind, though, I think this is a better deal because of the fact that they're able to now own they didn't own Hot 97. Like, look, they got fired. Like, So new management, new executives are brought in, and, they want to bring their own people along. So, or maybe the ratings was too low. Maybe, there's a lot of factors as to why somebody gets terminated, right? And so Drake and Akademiks are the subject of this one. So let's get into it. We're going to keep it rocking, man. It's Hip Hop Heist TV. I'm going to stop talking. Let's get it.
Less than 48 hours after losing their job at Hot 97, Ebro and Rosenberg are crashing out. Now, I told you guys yesterday, a lot of people were coming out and dancing on their graves. And also a lot of you guys too in the comments. You guys said, Chicks, these guys deserve it. These guys were not only terrible radio personalities, but they also did nothing with their time at the station. I know it's tough to lose your job before Christmas, especially when you're head of household and you got family and kids depending on you. And even worse, you get online to social media to see everybody loving the fact that you're fired. The fact that you no longer have any income coming in. It's tough, trust me, I know. But you gotta get off social media. These guys are most likely going through the worst time of their life right now. Deep down, they're probably not sure if they still want to continue broadcasting, but you don't want to easily let go of something you built 10 years ago. And on top of that, you now have your two worst enemies.
Hey, but let's break that down real quick. Goes back to they got fired from something they didn't own, Now they have a chance to take that show, find new investors and really own that show. They can never fire themselves from something that they own. You get what I'm saying? So the label, the radio station didn't want them anymore, right? But now you got a chance to find investors and build your own that you own. Ah, damn. I just hit my arm on the corner desk. Oh, it gave me like a dead arm. Damn, that kind of hurt. My bad. So, to me, I think, what's crazy is at the beginning of this, Chicks is saying that everybody's like feeling like, bro, you guys didn't do nothing with your time there. And when we go back, if you versus, obviously you're gonna compare them to their competitors, right? Which is Breakfast Club for sure. Man, I watch Breakfast Club way more than I ever try to tune into Hot 97, and I do believe that there's something dull about their show, right? Or it's become, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's probably a few things, but I felt that whenever Chicks was saying like, y'all didn't do nothing with your time, and you guys really weren't that good. Like, if you compare them to like their competitor Breakfast Club, like Breakfast Club, I'll give them most of the A's in the categories. Like, they know how to get the people watching, man, and it could be the team in the back, right? It doesn't have to be just them. It could be the producers in the back that ain't really going in extra, maybe getting because they have interviews. They do content, but it just seems dull. So I felt that when it was talking about it. But let's get back into this. Let's finish this out. We hear this Hip Hop Heist TV, man.
Drake clowning you for it. Normally, when people get fired from a long tenure job, they get off social media for a couple weeks just to let the noise die down a bit. But not when it comes to Ebro and Rosenberg. But you at least gotta make it look believable that you're not bothered by being fired. You know, when you break up with a baddie and you're depressed, you try to feel better, so you go to the club and the thought is there. You can't let it see you sad and miserable. Nah, you gotta turn up. You gotta buy every bottle in that club. Invite all the girls in the club to your section. Yeah, her friends too, just not her. She gotta be in Gen Pop. You gotta have a ball and fake it till you make it, baby. This morning, Peter Rosenberg responded back to Drake for clowning him. After Drake put the axe emoji on Instagram yesterday, Rosenberg said it's behavior like this that has made it impossible for people to defend the whack shit he does. But happy Hanukkah, my one-time pal. I truly wish you well, even if you're celebrating what you believe is our demise. Spoiler alert, we're about to be much bigger now that we won't be held back by a company that is and has been completely lost ever since they bought the station. Hey, listen, let's keep it a buck here, you guys. I get it, you gotta be confident, you gotta believe in yourself, but I don't know if the company was the reason why these guys weren't as big as they thought they would be. I don't know if Rosenberg is trolling here, but most of the comments is people saying yes, good riddance. Now, don't get it twisted, these guys still have a lot of fans, but I'm curious how that's going to translate from radio listeners to now YouTube watchers. That transition is not as easy as it may look. Most times on the radio, people listen to Hot 97 out of convenience. But of course, you're going to have fans that are going to follow them on YouTube. And of course, they're going to keep it real, like he said. But I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be enough to make them much bigger than they are. Most hip-hop fans and audience already know you guys' personalities. Not only that, they also know you guys' music preference, your thought process, and also your political views. So if people don't really rock with your personality, I'm not even sure what you can possibly say.
That's it. Chicks just said it. It's like people don't rock with your personality, man. Because if we fast forward to their new show, he said, spoiler alert, we're about to be much bigger now that we won't be held back by a company that is and has been completely lost ever since they bought the station. Right? That so they're about to be on a bigger channel, but or you know, bigger production, better production, you know, whatever, more modernized. I don't know what it is, but if you think about it, if nobody's like fucking with your perspective or your personality, like come on, man. I don't know how that's gonna carry over. You get what I'm saying? Cause you gotta kind of reinvent yourself, you know, a little bit. I think that's what life is too. You gotta reinvent, like, constantly, real talk, because we're ever changing. Nothing's constant, right? Except change. Boom, you know. But I just found this. Says Funk Flex takes over Ebro's Hot 97 slot after In the Morning gets axed. Damn, that's crazy. Funk Master Flex went through his own Hot 97 changes recently. Excuse me. It says which Ebro Darden, Peter Rosenberg, and Laura Styles are the latest to face. It says Ebro Darden theorized that his political views got Ebro In the Morning canceled on Hot 97, leaving him, Peter Rosenberg, and Laura Styles looking forward to other endeavors. No matter what the reason is, there's a path forward. It seems like Funk Flex is going to take over this morning slot at the radio station. It says, according to Radio Inc., the station's owner, Media Co., confirmed Funkmaster Flex entry in Hot 97's morning slots to the outlet until further notice. He will hype you up bright and early, starting tomorrow, December 15th. This follows Funk Flex's other changes at Hot 97 as he moved his 7 p.m. start time to a 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. slot back in September. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So Funk Flex is actually this is like breaking because it's tomorrow. Oh, okay, so his first show is tomorrow, December 15th. You can catch Funk Flex on that morning slot. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, this okay. Peter Rosenberg posted this. I thought this was Ebro. Peter Rosenberg said, "It's behavior like this that has made it impossible for people to defend the whack ish he does." I mean, not really. Drake just put an axe. Like, you guys have talked ish about Drake, so he talked ish about you. It's not like that's probably not it. People don't like him for other reasons, for sure. But I don't know. Rosenberg always kind of seemed whack to me a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. He's in the game and he's whatever. But I don't know. Just I guess you gravitate to the people that you want to listen to and then maybe like minds. And he never resonated with me. Actually, real talk. But I think I don't know, man. I think Ebro has a chance somewhere. I think he has a chance to really do it different now, but he has to really change it up. He really got to switch it up, man. That's my whole take on this shit. Is I don't know, man. I don't know, but there's ways to do that. You got to reinvent it all, the whole production, the whole idea process, the concept. Like, what you gonna, you know what I mean? So let's keep going though. We in it. Shout out Chick Smooth, man. We still in it.
Make people change their minds. And if you guys go look at this specific tweet from Rosenberg on Twitter, everybody in the comments is anti-Rosenberg. I'm not even joking. These are people that's been waiting to see this guy's downfall for many years. Now, Ebro also responded back to Akademiks and Drake as well. Ebro said the most loving thing a hater can do is wake up at 6 a.m. and spend 2 hours on you. Thank you. Then he goes on to respond to the Drake axe emoji. He said Drake is right-wing and so is Small Ack. Now, I do think some part of Ebro and Rosenberg responding online is intentional. These guys are going to keep on baiting Akademiks and Drake to keep talking about them, which is then going to keep their names going in the news cycle until they drop their morning show next month. These guys know that they now have to play a different game. And that game is a content game. I'm sure whenever they launch and drop their first episode, there's going to be a lot of unfiltered rants on Akademiks and Drake, especially now that these guys are going to be independent. They do not have to censor anything they talk about. I fully expect to see Ebro and Rosenberg now become villains in hip-hop media. Now, whether or not that's going to work, only time will tell. But so far, these guys are not backing down from Akademiks and Drake. Now, I do have some breaking news for you guys. You guys want to know who's going to replace Ebro's time slot in the morning on Hot 97? It's none other than Drake's man's Funk Master Flex. That's right, you guys. Nasty work. According to Complex, Funk Flex will take over mornings at Hot 97 in the wake of Ebro in the morning ending. Media Co., the company that owns Hot 97, confirmed that Flex will be...
Alright, so we just read that exact article. I was just reading that right now. That's what this is right here. Yeah, Funk Flex is taking over their spot. I mean, until they find something else, but he might just hold that spot. He's been in Hot 97 for a minute too. What's this ad, bro? I hate ads, bro. What, bro? They want you to buy the damn. Want you to buy the what? To read the article. I hate news articles online. They be popping up with ads. You gotta, you know what I mean? All right, let's get it. I'm burnt. Oh yeah. So it says, however, some folks celebrated Ebro in the morning's demise. The most high-profile example of this is Drake and his legion of fans and media supporters, which makes sense given Ebro and Rosenberg's persistent criticisms of him. Throughout his career, he took to Instagram comment section under a post covering the cancellation with a simple message and axe emoji. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Okay, then Ebro, Darden, and Peter Rosenberg responded to Drake on Twitter with pretty different messages. Drake is a right wing, and so is SAK. It's behavior. Okay, we read that. That's what's his name? That was Ebro. Drake is a right wing, and so is SAK. Act. Oh, maybe he's talking about Act. I'm not sure. Interesting. Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, if you got to lean into in the content world, bro, and in the podcast, you got to lean into the topics that if they're talking about you, bro, you kind of just got to lean into it, like, you know what I mean? And that's how the numbers go up. So maybe you'll be getting more of Ebro and Rosenberg just hyping up maybe this new show that they got by talking ish to the ops or their ops, you know what I mean? Drake's and everybody else that don't like him. I mean, Charlemagne, I feel like they really want to, you know what I mean? I feel like Ebro and Charlemagne, they should pick the beef. Probably gonna get picked up just because that's how promotion works. They know, like, if to sell a first episode, you gonna have to get something crazy. Like, I was watching MMA, right? I was watching the MMA interviews. Dominic Cruz, one of the champs back in the day, he had an issue with T.J. Dillashaw. And T.J. Dillashaw was like his first, or one of his first podcast interviews. Then Uriah Faber was on there, and he had beefs with all these guys, like. And so it was cool to see that they're like leaning into that, you know what I mean? And when they're talking, they're grown ass men now. So, you know, they talk about why they was reacting to each other like that in the past and how you grow, you know what I mean? You grow up after so many years. And so it was tight to see them lean into that beef, like, you know what I mean? But when they actually got to talk on the show, it was like, oh shit, like, yeah, man, we all grown now, but it's cool to see. That's how you just get the view. That's how you got to lean into the topics, man. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but bruh, you got to grow up too at some point. Shout out Funk Flex. He got the little spot. He been there for a minute too, so that's another person that I really, you know what I mean. I never go to watch Funk Flex. Real talk. I used to. Back in the day, I felt like. I was definitely on more Funk Flex, you know, waking up and making sure I went and seen the last night's episode. But for the most part, man, I don't really get my content through them. So it's interesting to see what Hot 97 does in the future. They said they got this new executives back there running shit. So, yeah. But that's today, man. Hip Hop Heist TV. Appreciate y'all watching. Go get that sticker, 555 on the channel store tab. Like and subscribe, man. Shout out Chigs for bringing that article. Hot New Hip Hop, I believe, had that other news article. And then we gonna get out of here, man. Be happy, be healthy. Do what you got to do to survive, like Pac said. But also, man, be of service. Help somebody out today, man. I feel like that's why we really here on this earth, to help. So let's get it, man. We out. Eat.